Hello everyone, very nice to see you again. I'm hoping to upload more regularly to the Vital Mind Coaching channel. Abdul Saad, transformational coach, personality expert and clinical psychologist. And remember that I could be your coach. Just get in touch with me at the email in the description to the video. Today I wanted to do a quick reflection on a story from the Bible, from the New Testament, to illustrate what I think is a profound point. And the story is that of Lazarus, the friend of Jesus. And Lazarus became ill and died while Jesus was away. And messengers are sent to tell Jesus, please come back, your friend is very sick. And Jesus said, look, it's okay. I'm going to continue with my mission of preaching. And eventually Lazarus dies. And Jesus comes back to the village, it's back in those days, 2,000 years ago, village town, where Lazarus has passed. And Lazarus' sister, Martha, is very distressed. And she comes up to Jesus and she says, Lord, you could have saved my brother. You save other people. And the story in the New Testament says Jesus wept. Jesus cried. And I find that fascinating in that Jesus felt an objective emotion of sadness. He felt grief at the loss of his friend. And I think that's an important distinction in that Jesus wept, but he did not create a story around the loss, a tragedy. He wept, meaning he felt an objective sadness at the death of his friend. And then, of course, he said to Martha, who was skeptical, because she said to him, Lord, he's been dead for how many days? Lord, he stinketh. And he said to her, look, if you believe, you will now see the glory of God. Anyway, that's a bit of a tangent. The main point is that Jesus wept. He cried. And we too sometimes in our life will weep and will feel fear and anxiety. And these states are not necessarily pathological. Sometimes they are necessary. If we go through an ending of a job, of a relationship, if we're in a major transition, if there's something that is objectively anxiety provoking, we should not necessarily pathologize the emotion, but what we need to do is ensure that we're not creating a story around it. So when Jesus wept. It was just a pure emotional clean response to the death of his friend, and he wept. But if he had said, oh my God, I feel so guilty, I wasn't here, you had called me, I should have come back, I'm so bad. Well, this is now the mental apparatus interfering with the emotional process. And that's what I want you to be aware of, that very often it's the story of the mind, the overlay of the mind, the need for the mind to create a narrative around emotions that can often create a lot of our psychological distress, whereas the emotion itself, the pure emotion, like Jesus felt pure, I guess you could say, sadness or loss, and he wept. If we give ourselves permission to feel the emotion without the story that the ego and the mental apparatus wants to impose on the emotion, we often will just feel a sense of relief. We'll feel a sense of, okay, we're processing the emotion, and the emotion is working through us. But if you want help for me to assist you in terms of some of the patterns that you might be caught in that are not perhaps allowing you to, let's say, more cleanly process your emotions, this is my expertise. But I wanted to share this inspirational story with you from the Bible, whatever your belief system is. So I'm not here preaching the Bible, preaching Christianity. But I thought it was a profound point. Jesus wept. Take care. I look forward to seeing you again soon. All the best. Bye-bye.